The nightmare has become reality. A powerful earthquake has struck Southeast Asia, tearing through the land, toppling towering buildings, and plunging thousands into sheer terror. Myanmar and Thailand lie in ruins as the Earth's fury turns cities into rubble within moments. A horrifying scene. Buildings collapsed like dominoes, burying hundreds beneath massive chunks of concrete. Rescue teams are racing against time, desperately digging through the wreckage, searching for any sign of life. Governments have declared a state of emergency, calling for an all-out mobilization to combat this historic disaster. Myanmar in ruins, the city turned into a concrete graveyard. The epicenter was near Mandalay, one of Myanmar's largest urban hubs. In mere seconds, even the strongest structures crumbled like glass. Hospitals destroyed, residential buildings reduced to rubble, and countless people trapped in the chaos. Overwhelmed medical teams struggled to treat the wounded as cries for help echo from beneath the destruction. Total chaos in the capital, Naypyidaw. Streets are flooded with panicked citizens, the ground shaking violently as if the apocalypse has arrived. Witnesses describe the terrifying moment buildings cracked open, walls crashing down like a tsunami of concrete. Many were buried alive before their loved ones' eyes. Screams of despair filled the air. Thailand was not spared from the wrath of nature. In Bangkok, the quake struck like an invisible beast, sending shockwaves of chaos through the city. A high-rise under construction collapsed in an instant, trapping dozens of workers inside. Those who escaped, covered in blood and dust, sobbed as they heard their colleagues' desperate cries from beneath the wreckage. The nightmare is far from over. Citizens across Myanmar and Thailand are gripped by fear as aftershocks continue to rattle the region, leaving already damaged structures on the brink of collapse. Shocking footage from the disaster zones reveals entire cities torn apart, roads splitting open as if a nuclear explosion had just occurred. Officials warn that more tremors could follow and urge people to stay outside to avoid further catastrophe. Infrastructure crippled, entire nations plunged into darkness. Bridges have snapped in half, highways have collapsed, and transportation has come to a standstill, making rescue efforts even more challenging. Massive power outages have left thousands in the dark, disconnected from the outside world. Emergency teams are navigating through pitch black rooms, using heartbeat detectors in the desperate hope of finding survivors. Unimaginable grief, families desperately searching for loved ones. In Myanmar, entire neighborhoods have been reduced to rubble, with families digging through the debris with their bare hands, calling out the names of those trapped underneath. A mother collapsed in tears as she found her child's arms sticking out of the wreckage, but it was too late. The world stands with Myanmar and Thailand. International relief organizations have mobilized immediately, sending urgent aid to the disaster zones. Neighboring countries like China, India, and Singapore have dispatched rescue teams equipped with cutting-edge technology to accelerate search and recovery operations. Military deployed, helicopters and drones scour the skies for survivors. In Myanmar, authorities have mobilized the army, deploying helicopters and drones to locate signs of life beneath the ruins. Soldiers are risking their own lives to reach hazardous areas, rescuing those trapped before the crumbling structures bury them forever. Red alert. Prepare for more shocks. Seismologists warn that this disaster may not be over. Aftershocks could continue in the coming days, threatening to topple more buildings and trigger massive landslides. Citizens are urged to remain alert and be ready to evacuate at any moment. What will be the long-term impact of this catastrophe? The death toll and destruction continue to rise at an alarming rate. Businesses have crumbled, the tourism industry is in shambles, and millions face the risk of losing their homes and livelihoods. The governments of Myanmar and Thailand are racing against time to devise recovery plans. But can they overcome the immense devastation left in the earthquake's wake? This is a disaster of unimaginable scale. Nature's fury has struck with full force. Let's pray for those who have lost their lives and hope for a miracle to save those still trapped. Massive tsunami waves are crashing into a beachfront hotel.
Первый этаж. Просто.
This is the ocean's fury. A car was swept out to sea by floodwaters in the Canary Islands, drifting like a tiny toy against the power of nature. The man is trying to save his house from the floodwaters. This flood happened when a dam in Poland burst, causing massive devastation. floodwaters rushing into residential homes in Poland. People become powerless against the force of nature. Watching their belongings being swept away is truly a heartbreaking sight.
Mais c'est un truc de malade. Madame, regardez madame, elle va se noyer.
A flash flood in China, just 2 more minutes, and there would be no rice to eat this year. She has tasted the flavor of life. Fix the dam burst, unleashing a powerful and ferocious flood that surged forward with unstoppable force.
Por ahí un lado. Yo como con la de. Ba mất.